Good morning, friends. I hope you all are having a very good professional life and quality personal life. As we know, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India (ICAI) is going for elections on 6th and 7th of December 24 to elect its regional council, which are 5, and central council. Many members, especially the first time voters, need clarity as what is the system of voting, how the candidates are selected, how the candidates are eliminated, and how the surplus are distributed. Hence, I am preparing a small video to educate every one of us to let us know what is the process of electing the candidates. Unlike our general elections of MLA, MP, or any other local authority, we just mark against one single vote and which have come out. But it is not the same in our institute. Our institute follows single preferential transferable voting, which means against all the candidates you can mark your preference in the order of what you want to select. Suppose there are 7 or 8 candidates who are contesting for any council and you have to select and give the preferences in the order. Suppose you feel candidate A is a good one, you can give number 1 against his name and number 2 to any candidate D, E, F or any other mode which you feel these candidates are to be elected in the order of your preference. So how it actually happens? Let us take an example. Before that, let us understand few important terminology which we all need to understand about how the election process. The first one is quota, the second one is distribution of surplus, the third one is elimination of the candidates. What is quota? Quota is nothing but if a person gets a quota, he is declared a winner and he need not follow the elimination process. How a quota is calculated? It's a very simple mathematical formula. What are the total valid votes that has been voted divided by number of vacancies to be filled plus 1 in the denominator, then plus 1 in the numerator. We have taken an example in case 4,800 has been valid votes and 4 vacancies need to be filled. In case of 4,800 valid votes and there are 4 vacancies, as I told, we need to take in the denominator number of vacancies to be filled plus 1. So for us, the quota comes to 961. How it comes to 961? That is 4,800 divided by number of vacancy plus 1, that is 960, then plus 1 in the numerator, which comes to 961. So if any candidate gets 961 first preference vote, he is declared as winner. But obviously, all candidates don't get the quota, or some may get more than the quota, then less than the quota. Then comes the real picture about the distribution. First we go to the surplus. If any candidate gets more than the quota, then his excess and over above the quota votes will be distributed to other remaining candidates in the order of proportionate. How it should be calculated? We'll take an example. Let us first understand how these 4,800 first preferences valid votes have been achieved by the candidates A to I. In our example, we have taken an example where there are 8 candidates in the line and 4 seats need to be filled. So candidate A got 1056 votes, candidate B got 810, C, D, E, F, G, and I got 264 votes. So this total will come to 4,800. Okay, so 4,800 valid votes, candidate A, 4 vacancies. We got to know the quota. Quota is 961, but no one got the exact quota. So 1056, because A got more than the quota, so he is declared as winner. But we need only 961. So what about the balance over and above 961? That is 95. So 95 extra votes needs to be distributed to other candidate in the preferences. So whom to be distributed? Whether to be given to B, C, D, E. For this also we have a mathematical formula. So 95 will be distributed to the remaining candidate B to I, because A is already declared as a winner. This 95 will be distributed to B to I in the proportionate. Let us understand how this proportionate works. Let us take an example of, now we have decided that 95 needs to be distributed. So how to be distributed, which 95 distributed, we don't know. Hence we will take the total 1056. In 1056, there is a possibility that all candidates will not give preferences. Some candidates, some voters will only give against the name of A and will not give any preferences. So when they have not given any mandate that their vote need to be transferred to some other best candidate, hence in that case that votes will be first taken out and will not be allowed for distribution of surplus. So in case our example, we have taken a hypothetical figure that 106 people out of 1056 have not given any preference. So when out of 1056, when 106 have not given any preference, first we will eliminate them. That is known as exhaust. Means this 106 voters have told that after candidate A, they have not given any preference to any candidate B. Hence it cannot be taken for distribution of surplus. So what we will do, then in our case, 950 is the voters who give some other preferences apart from candidate A in different orders. So what we will do, 106 will be exhausted and 950 will be used for distribution of 95. So 95 divided by 950, our ratio is proportionate is 0.1. So 0.1 will be a fraction which will be used to distribute 95 for all the voters. In our example, since 1056 was the total of first preference of candidate A, 961 was required, 95 was extra, so we have to distribute 95. How to distribute 95? Because out of 950, 400 told that candidate B is good, 300 told that C is good, 200 told that D is good, and 50 told that E is good. So we will use this proportionate to transfer 95 in this fraction, because 95 needs to be divided out of 950, because 950 are only voters who told that some other candidate apart from A also needs to be declared win or best preferred. Hence 95 by 150, that is 0.1, and this proportionate. So this 95 will be distributed to the other candidate, hence it will be added to the first preference vote. Candidate B got 810, then 40 he got in the surplus distribution of 95 excess of over and above quota of candidate A, it becomes 850. Candidate got 790, then in distribution he got 30, candidates D got 690, in his distribution got 20. So after the selection of candidate A and surplus of distribution, candidate A is declared as winner because he got over and above quota. Candidate B 850, 820, 710 and 685. Means this, after candidate out, even after distribution of surplus, no other candidate got any quota. Hence, we need to go follow the elimination process. What is elimination process? An elimination process is a process to eliminate the least candidate who have got the less number of votes. In our example, we have taken that candidate A got higher, candidate B, and candidate I was the last one who got only 264 votes. Hence, since we have only 4 vacancies to be filled and we have 8 candidates, so candidate I got the less number of votes and hence he needs to be eliminated. So we need to eliminate the 264 votes of candidate I and pass on to the other remaining candidates who have not been eliminated. So out of 264, we are assuming 64 have not given any preference and only 200 voters have given certain preferences to other candidates. Hence, whatever 264, since 64 have not given any preferences to any other candidate other than candidate B, this 64 will get exhausted. Hence, we will only use 200 for distribution to other candidates. In our example, we have assumed that out of 200, 51 voters preferred candidate B, 104 voters preferred candidate C, 45 votes preferred candidate D. After the selection of candidate A and distribution of surplus, it will be added to their respective first preference. So, in our example, candidate C already had 820 after the distribution of surplus from candidate A, so he got 104 at the elimination of I and his total becomes 924. So this is the important of preference, because we saw that candidate B was higher because he got highest vote after candidate A, but due to the elimination of candidate I, since C was the next best preferred by maximum 104 candidates out of the 264 he got, hence candidate C comes up in the ladder and his total become 924 and nearing the lead, nearing to the quota. So candidate B comes to the third position of 850, 51 votes he got from that 200 distribution, he becomes 901 and 45 to the candidate's D, candidate D becomes 755. Hence, it is important that you give the maximum preferences to whatever candidates you have been following and preferred that should be elected in the council. Friends, this is a small video which I have attempted to create awareness among all of us to new voters and the members who generally have little bit of confusion about the voting pattern. And one more thing, a small disclaimer I would like to tell you that generally in our institute, the votes are multiplied into 100 multiples just to create a product value. Here I have not counted the product value, I have cleared on the votes preferred only for easy explanation and better understanding. Hence, I request you to please mandate your vote to the best candidates at the central as well as all the 5 regional councils wherever you are located. Thank you for watching this small video and for your time.